until Sunday evening, we're all a bit French, aren't we? Except the Italians. So I'll pronounce it wrong again. Wow. All right. Thank you. I'm going to apologize before I start. I know I promised a lot of you individual mentions in the speech, but because it's so hot, I think I'm just going to cut those out and just get straight to the meat of things. It's really hard for me to remember what my life was like before I came to INSEAD, but I do know that in the months preceding my arrival, there were many sleepless nights, wondering, worrying, planning, and anticipating. What had I gotten myself into? What lay ahead of me? I was excited, I was nervous. It's a lot like I feel right now. There are a lot of reasons for choosing to do an MBA here, and the INSEAD experience has meant something different to each of us. So, while it would be foolish to try to sum up all of our memories in one speech, there is one word that is inescapable in any description of the INSEAD experience, and that is diversity. There are so many ways to demonstrate the diversity of our class, so many numbers and statistics that we never tire of quoting. We come from 58 countries. We speak over 50 languages at a level 3 or better. And we count among our ranks opera singers, fighter pilots, dot-com millionaires, rocket scientists, 2 bankers, and a consultant. I've also come up with another, more subtle way to illustrate the diversity of our class. What I did is I played with some of the names that can be made by taking the surname of one of my classmates and pairing it with the last name of another. Some of my favorites are Giant Panda, Christian Israeli, Jesus Judah, and of course Vijay Umed Kumar Sunir Kur's Kenny. I won't, because more impressive and important to me than the variety of names or backgrounds or languages or jobs or any other classification of the group of people with whom I've spent the last 10 months are the people themselves. My impulse at this point is to just start gushing, because these people are amazing. You really cannot imagine the wealth of knowledge, compassion, culture, talent, humor, sensitivity, creativity, and even occasional business sense that we've been immersed in here. Now, people critical of MBAs as a degree are fond of saying that you can learn the concepts from a book, and the rest you must learn by working. I'll allow those people their opinion, but here's mine. I could spend the next 10 years of my life reading management books and working, and I wouldn't come away with anything nearly as valuable is what I've gained from my 10 months at INSEAD. Although my degree is an MBA, the knowledge I've gained here spans all disciplines, and may even constitute a few new ones as well. I mean, in what job would an average week include dining at one of the most beautiful chateaus in Europe, with 10 people from 14 different countries? Trading finance lessons for camembert and pate, singing horribly off-key in a private karaoke room, playing poker or foosball with 3 people whose names you cannot pronounce, heading straight from the library to a costume party at the famous Le Vieux Moulin on an island in the Wine River, dancing the night away with 150 of your best friends, at a beach club on a man-made island, grocery shopping in Asian markets for an after-class barbecue, where you and your classmates make plans to visit Borneo, Bangkok, Vietnam, Bali, and beyond. All the while, soaking up valuable knowledge and insight from some of the finest student minds and management faculty in the world. Now, all these activities and the flurry of energy definitely took away my nervousness and my anxiety, but they still didn't help me get a full night's sleep. Every hour of sleep was an hour spent not doing one of thousands of seemingly more valuable things. With all this and more available, it's really no wonder that such an exceptional group of people choose INSEAD as the place to come and change their lives. But to me, just as important is that INSEAD students are not only here to change themselves. The people you see around me also want to change the world. Over just this year, in addition to completing a rigorous 10-month MBA in job search, some of the students you see here have started a highly successful program that provides support and incentives for young children in rural Vietnam to stay in school. Some have organized fundraisers and clothing drives for the communities that have so generously hosted us during our studies. Others have posed almost nude in downtown Fontainebleau to raise money for survivors of Hurricane Katrina, which I'm not going to explain right now. And still more traveled to South Africa to investigate sustainable means of relieving developing countries from the grips of poverty, crime, and disease. So, I've seen how my classmates behave in the face of stiff deadlines, seemingly overwhelming amounts of work, and in heated debates and discussions. But I've also seen how they interact with children orphaned by AIDS, and watched them share their professional knowledge with young students from impoverished backgrounds with dreams of starting companies to help uplift their communities. And I assure you that they do you, us, and everyone else very, very proud. I hope that we can all carry the spirit of generosity with us as we head back into the world, and that we continue to look beyond ourselves when deciding how to use the incredible gift that this year has been. Okay, so it's an amazing group of people in an amazing place doing amazing things. But that isn't quite the whole story, because none of us got to INSEAD alone, nor did any of us make it through on our own. Whether it was partners, parents, siblings, children, grandparents, or other loved ones, none of us would have survived this year without the patient ears, reassuring smiles, warm hugs, or any of the other countless acts of love and support from those closest to us. On top of that, we always had the guidance of a truly stellar faculty and a fabulously dedicated staff from top to bottom. Basically, what I'm saying is that we were lucky as hell. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask my classmates to just stand quickly and give a gracious round of applause to all the people that helped get us here today. I would also like to extend our gratitude to Gabriel Hawini, and I guess our best wishes for a speedy recovery. I didn't have time to redraft this part. For his role in making INSEAD such an amazing place. And although he's not here either, I wanted to welcome Frank Brown to the school. As one of my classmates said, as an American, it's nice to finally see my people get some recognition on the international stage. Remembers that it's precisely because INSEAD is un-American in many ways that it is such a unique and wonderful business school. Alright, so here we are. To my friends, I want to say thank you all for this fabulous year and for the honor of speaking to you today. We all have very bright futures ahead of us, and I truly hope that the bonds we have formed during our short year together will last a lifetime. The thought of our separation is a hard one for me to swallow, but I eagerly look forward to watching you all head off to take over the world. I know I can finally sleep through the night, knowing that it will be in such good hands. Thank you.
You're awful.